so happy. I'm gonna start doing my foundation. Bare Minerals Pro Foundation. I am in the shade Sandalwood 15. Don't think I'm gonna repurchase this foundation. Like, yeah, it was nice for the time being that I had it, but I don't think I'm gonna repurchase it. It's not my total favorite. Using it for like a month already or 2 months already, I really got to see how this foundation performs, and it's not my total favorite. There's nothing like a brand new beauty blender, I swear. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with this foundation. It's medium to full coverage. I just don't like how matte it is. And now with the residue that's on my beauty blender, I am going to go ahead and put it on my forehead. Now I am going to go with the Tarte Creaseless Concealer, and I used to use this back in the day when it was in a little tube, and it was my all-time favorite concealer. I really like this. I'm in the shade Medium Sand, and this is my perfect shade. I just love this color so much. I don't have to put like anything else besides this, and I do like this concealer to set for a little bit. So let me go ahead and kind of fan it out. As you can see, I'm still doing the technique that I used to do back in the day. I feel like it tends to crease a lot when I put so much product underneath my eyes. So I don't like to bring the concealer way too up high. I like to keep it like right on this area. And once again, my sunspot, I don't like it at all. When I went to Florida, my 8th grade year summer going to 9th grade, I went to visit my cousin Claudia. Oh my god, I love her so much, so much. I cannot wait to see her again. I went to the beach with no sunscreen or anything because I'm a savage, and then I got the sunspot, and ever since then I have never been able to get rid of it. I am going to set underneath my eyes very quickly. I'm going to put some of this Maybelline Fit Me Light Medium Loose Finishing Powder. I have been really liking this stuff. It's really good actually. And I am going to go with my Artis Oval 3 brush, and it looks like this. And I am going to just put some on my brush because I am going to literally bake my lower lash line, because that tends to be my problem area, and I don't want to bake all underneath my eye because I am so dry that literally it like feels like I have cake face on when I do that. So I'm just baking in the areas where it's actually needed. And I am going to bake my creases on my forehead because you guys know I love to make face expressions. Now I am going to go with my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Palette. I have recently fallen in love with this palette. I finally know how to use it. This is a setting powder, a highlight, and a bronzer. I know they look super light, but when you actually apply them on your face, they kind of give you like that glow. And the bronzer actually works great on me. I thought it wasn't because it looks so light. And I'm just tapping a little bit of this powder, kind of meshing it with the Bake from Up Top. I don't want to put too much powder on because then it just, oh my god, I get so dry. And now I'm gonna put a little bit right here, and I'm gonna mesh it with the powder that's already on my creases, kind of just tapping it all along. Tapping motions, guys, because remember, we have a wet base underneath. The foundation is not fully dry, and we don't want to start buffing and move the base from underneath. There's nothing worse than a foundation lip. Seriously. Alright guys, so I'm just going to use the KKW concealer to prime my eyelids. Okay guys, so now I'm going to just set my lids with this Maybelline loose powder. So as I was saying guys, the gels make nails so weak that my nail just split in half. So I'm just gonna go very lightly with this shade to kind of contour the crease of my eye. Going to go with my Morphe M224 brush, damp it with my Mario Badescu facial spray with Aloe, Sage, and Orange Blossom. This is a new one and I absolutely love it. Guys, this smells amazing. And what I like about the Mario Badescu like facial waters is that they don't have added well, I'll take that back. Okay guys, I know that I was talking about this, but the reason why I still prefer the aloe, chamomile, and lavender facial spray is because this one does not have added synthetic fragrance, but the new one, the aloe, sage, and orange blossom, does have added synthetic fragrance. So unless it's natural, it doesn't say that it's natural fragrance in like a parentheses. So I'm just gonna assume that this is the only one that does not have added fragrance because it does not list it down here. So this is what I put on my face, and I know I shouldn't be putting this on my eyes, but it doesn't do anything, so whatever. So now that I damped my brush, I am going to use my Dior Fusion Mono Shadow, or whatever it's motherfucking called. Who cares? It's just a shadow in a pot, and it's a rose gold shade. And what I like to do is put it on my eye in tapping motion, because I feel like if you rub, then you're gonna lift that base from underneath. And guys, I have my windows open so you can hear the neighbor's dog barking. Now I'm going to go back with my crease brush and redefine that crease. And I am going to be lining my eyes with my favorite brush, which is the Jaclyn Hill JH43. And I am going to use this shade right here, Jet Black, mixed with Bark, which is a coffee brown. So I'm going to be using those two back and forth. What I am going to do now is use my Dior liner that it's super old, it's discontinued, but I still really like this. So good. You just kind of crank the little knob and then stuff comes out. So I am going to use this to line my inner corner because I love elongating my inner corner. Holy cow, I made it really thin. Fuck! Oh! And problem solved. I'm going to start warming up my face with the last shade from the Ambient Light palette. And I am going to use my Charlotte Tilbury brush. So as you can see, I said that it looks pretty light, but it actually has color, guys. We are going to be adding more bronzer, and I am using the Hourglass Radiant Bronze Light with this Sephora Pro Airbrush 55 brush. Very lightly, just kind of buffing it in the areas where I have previously bronzed with that other powder. I am going to be using peaches and a little bit of mocha, mix them both and make the perfect peachy peachy pink blush. Cannot forget the tip of my nose. Never, ever, ever. Let's just put some right there and some right here. I'm now going to go back with my liner brush. Do that. I am gonna go on and do my eyebrows, or actually I am gonna move to highlighter. Guys, this is my all-time favorite inner corner highlight. I love it so much, and it's from the Tarte palette with Graveyard Girl. I know that it was limited edition, but I just really love this highlight, and it's called Gator Wings. And it just adds like the most perfect angelic like inner corner highlight. And guys, I like to put my inner corner highlight with the Jaclyn Hill JH39 brush. Okay guys, now I am going to use a little bit of this highlighter and put it on the tip of my nose. And guys, I am going to be grabbing my beloved Charcoal Brown by MAC. I swear I need to buy another one because I'm running very low. Okay guys, So I think that's pretty much it for this brow. Elongated the tail a little bit, not too long, but I just kind of redefined the tail. Alright guys, so with the same highlighting brush that I used on my inner corner, I am going to go ahead and put some under my eyebrow.
With a wet sponge, I am meshing the highlighter onto my skin, and this will prevent from you looking like you have a streak of highlighter. Now I'm going with my Dior highlighter in 003.
Alright guys, so I know that you guys can hear the birds chirping, and I am completely like obsessed with the sound of spring. Like, I just love spring so much. I literally get seasonal depression like during the end of October because everything starts getting dark, and oh my god, like I just do not like it. Like, I cry so much during November. It's funny because there's a song called November Rain by Guns N' Roses, and I absolutely love that song, and it's just like, oh my god. But anyways, so for my finishing look, what I did was I put mascara. Of course, you guys already know I used the Chanel Le Volume mascara, and for my under eyes, I used the Tom Ford White Smoke eyeliner, and I think you guys should already know what that looks like if you guys have watched my previous videos. Also, I did my lips. Like, you guys are gonna be shocked, but I keep all of my favorite lip products in this hollow bag. Like, it's super cute, and I keep it in my bag. But what I use today on my lips is Kylie Cosmetics Iced Latte lip liner. I love this color. This has been my all-time favorite go-to lip liner color. Like, I love mixing like a brownie lip liner with pinkies. And then for my lips, of course, I used Baddest Beige by Maybelline, and I used Nude Lust by Maybelline in the center to kind of give it like a little dimension. And I just really love this like lip combo. It's super cute, and what I love about these lipsticks by Maybelline is that they're super duper moisturizing. I really like them. And you know what? I already had bought 920 Nude Lust by Maybelline, and then when Jaclyn Hill mentioned it in one of her like favorites, I'm like, oh my god girl, yes. Like, it makes it even better that we like both think alike. So for my lashes, I use Kiss Lashes in the style Chignon. I don't know how to say that very well, but I hope I'm saying it right. What I did to kind of mesh the highlighter onto my skin, I followed Jaclyn Hill's tip, and I dampened my, well, not dampened, I sprayed my beauty blender with the Morphe setting spray a little bit, not too much. You don't want to like soak the sponge, and kind of like lightly tap. Back in the day when I never used to film, but when I was like a MAC artist, I used to use Gold Deposit mixed with Soft and Gentle as a highlight, and I have never used my Mariah Carey limited edition highlighter, so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna use it today because why not? I know it's limited edition, but it's still so pretty, and I mixed it with my Dior 003 highlighter, and I absolutely love this highlighter combo. It's so pretty, and I'm starting to pop out the golds because it's spring, honey. So I really love gold. I love bronzy makeup. I love anything that's like tan and like nice and bronzy and dark. Like, I just love it. Another thing, I have recently re-fallen in love with my Hourglass powders. I think they're absolutely stunning, especially for someone who has dry skin or even oily skin. These powders do not enhance texture at all whatsoever, so that's why I really like them. I have the ambient lighting palette that I love so much. A lot of people don't know this until one of the girls from Hourglass explained this to me. So this is actually a setting powder. So I use this powder to set underneath my eyes. And then this is like a highlighting powder. I don't really use it much, but I use it sometimes when I'm going to like somewhere on the quicks. I kind of just put it on the top of my cheekbones. And then this, I know it's super light, but that's actually a bronzing powder. And I really, really like this to bronze up. This is what I start bronzing with, and then I build it up with this bronzer. This is the Radiant Bronze Light Bronzer, and it looks like this. It's super duper like creamy. I should not say creamy when describing a powder. I shall say this powder is super smooth, very finely milled, and it goes on the skin very, very soft. The reason why I don't like using creamy or buttery when describing a powder is because I personally do not like a wet, oily feeling powder. I think that actually emphasizes texture, and it kind of feels cheap to me. And since we're talking about powders, let me just mention this powder because it's affordable, but it feels so luxurious that I am just in shock. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder, and this is in the shade Light Medium, and I love this powder so much. It's so nice and velvety. And it's very nice because it's mattifying, but it's not so mattifying that it feels like freaking chalk. And guys, so that is basically it. I know that I haven't filmed in a month, but I have been so busy with trying to get everything settled, and I'm just like so happy to be back, and I hope that you guys enjoy this video as much as I love filming this for you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Okay. I'm like, is it recording? It is my mom. Look me right. My mom doesn't matter. It's my stepdad, the one that's in the way. Okay, let's take a break.